Do you know how a bicycle works? Probably. Chain, pedals, wheels. Obviously you know. Now, draw one. Where does the chain go? What connects to what? Almost nobody can. This has been studied. Psychologists call it the illusion of explanatory depth. We believe we understand things at the level far beyond what we can actually explain. And the interesting part is not that people are wrong about bicycles. It's that they were confident until the moment they had to explain. I think most opinions work like this. Not all. Some people have done the work. But a lot of what gets called an opinion is closer to a position you picked up somewhere that would not survive 5 minutes of being asked to defend it. We hold this position on things we've never studied: economics, investing, health, other people's marriages. And the strange thing is that having no position on those subjects is treated as a failure. If you say, "I don't have an opinion," it reads as evasion or fence-sitting. People assume you're avoiding the question rather than answering it honestly. But "I don't know enough" is often the accurate answer. It's not a refusal to think. It's the result of thinking. There's a version of this that goes further than opinions about the world. A while ago, someone came to me with a difficult situation. They were stuck between two choices and wanted advice. So I gave it. I told them what I would do based on something similar that had happened to me. I was wrong. Not because the advice was bad, but because I didn't have the full picture. I knew maybe 40% of what was going on. The rest was context I never asked about, and it turned out to be the part that mattered. And I didn't feel uncertain while I was doing it. That's the part that stays with me. It felt like I knew. That is the mechanism. The confidence doesn't arrive after understanding. It arrives whether or not understanding does. Which means feeling of being sure tells you almost nothing about whether you're right or wrong. So what would it look like to actually take this seriously? Not to have no opinions. That's not possible and not useful. But to notice the difference between the things you've generally thought about and the things you've simply repeating. The test is the bicycle test. Could you explain it? Don't repeat someone's version, but explain the mechanism underneath it. If you can't do that, you don't have an opinion. You have a preference with confidence attached. There is something freeing in this once you accept it. You are not required to have a position on everything that happens. Most subjects are outside what you know. That's not a gap in your character. The pressure to always have a view produces a lot of noise and very little thought. You're allowed to say you haven't looked into it. You're allowed to hold nothing where you don't know enough to hold something. And you might find that the few things you actually do understand get clear once you stop pretending to understand everything else.